you are, the easier it will be. So we're going to just loosely cross the legs. And then shifting the weight to one hip, pull the thigh flesh of the other side out to the side. Yeah, so just do that a couple of times. So you're kind of massaging the top of your thigh muscle, really, and getting into what's called the fascia of the body. And this is a really good trick to get us started. And we'll bring the hands forward over the cross of the legs and just pause for a moment. That's nice. I'd like you to get the sense of grounding down through those sitting bones. Feel the ground beneath you. A sense of the floor, and below the floor, the foundations of the building, and the earth underneath the house. It's good, this sense of place. Here we are, this corner of the planet. Just arrive here in this place. If your mind's all over the country with other people that you've been talking to online, just gather yourself back into the here and now and a sense of place. And we could maybe walk the hands forward a little bit now, just to deepen stretch in the hips. So those of you I've seen already this week, we're kind of working a bit with hip action, aren't we? Which I'm finding incredibly therapeutic, as I'm a bit stiff in that department these days. It's the old age, you know. All right, so we'll walk the hands back and just bringing your right hand to the left knee. Let's take the left hand behind and push down on the ground behind you. Grow a little taller. Roll the shoulders down. We'll take a little turn to the left, looking over your shoulder. Wonderful. And email center. And back to center. Good. Let's take second side. So left hand to the right knee. Bring it in and over your shoulder. Good. And inhale, center. Wonderful. All right. Let's begin on all fours, as we often do. Just take your cat stretches, just in your own time, at your own pace. We've all done this at least 100 times, because I've seen you. Just let yourself flow into it. It's one of those things, very personal. So just let your body set the pace. And all I would say is just gather your mind back to the here and now, especially to the palms of the hands and the sense of the ground underneath the hands. That's going to be one of the good things about our outdoor practice. It's a grounding effect, being actually in contact with the earth or the beach. So you might find that sense of groundedness is a little deeper if you're outside. So we're going to start with a gentle down dog. So keeping the knees bent, just lift the hips up and back. And you can hold this for a little while or a long while. If you're getting tired, just knees down. And we're going to pedal the knees a little bit, just swaying the hips from side to side. Good for you. Give the head a bit of just a gentle shake, and walk the feet to the hands for a forward bend, keeping that head very relaxed. Marvelous. So just to begin, may I invite you to come up halfway. So you could have the hands on the shins or the ground. Remember, our knees are always just a tiny bit unlocked. So inhale, extend. Exhale, bow. 2 more times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bow. And then sweeping the arms to the sky. Let's bring those hands to the heart and pause. Take a deep breath in. mountain pose. Lovely. Taking a moment, so reflecting on this solstice eve. We have summer solstice tomorrow, I think. On the inhale, we'll sweep up the arms for a sun salutation. Exhaling and bow. Inhaling, extend. And bow. We'll go all the way to the top for the first one. Inhaling, sweep the arms back up to the sky. And hands to the heart, getting a sense of that still point of solstice. Take a breath. Mountain pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swallow, dive down, bowing your nose towards the knees. Inhale, extend. Exhaling, bow. Please step your right leg back into a big lunge. And we'll bring the back knee to the ground. And let's go ahead and take the hands diagonally over to the right, so about 2 o'clock or so. Okay. And then we're going to turn the toes of the left foot out to 10 o'clock, if I've got that mirroring right. Wonderful. So you might going to think about rotating that left leg out to the left. So kind of roll the knee out to the left. Get a bit of an external rotation in your left hip. And if you want a bit more, come on down onto your forearms and do that. Or one forearm, or just bend the elbows a bit. But the main action is going to be like rotating out to the side. Good for you. So pausing here, let's try this. And we're going to use this technique a bit today. Hug the front foot towards the back knee. So it's not going to move, it's kind of just, imagine it's stuck to the mat and you're trying to pull your front heel towards the back knee. Oh, notice how that ups the ante. Good. And then we'll bring both knees to the ground. And change legs. So bringing that right foot forward, make sure you're comfortable in the back knee. Taking the hands around to 10 o'clock. Take the toes out to 2 o'clock. Good. And let's have a play in this position. So taking your time, just see how it feels to roll, maybe roll onto the little toe side of your right foot. Inner thigh rolls out. Bending the elbows, getting a little lower. Or not. That's good. Some people even pick up the heel and do that. But just have a play around in that position for a moment. And then we're going to ground the heel down and draw it diagonally back towards the back knee. So the front heel's pulling towards the back knee without you moving. At the same time, rotate out to the right. Ooh, good, good, good. Very good stretching. Let's come to kneeling. And if you were to do a little wiggle of the hips, you could probably feel things are changing already. Let's take it to downward dog and breathe. So this one is for your bottom, really, for your glutes. We're going to bend the knees and then see if you can stretch off your bottom. Yeah. Give those hips a bit of a stretch, moving the inner thighs up, grounding down through the hands. Lovely. So we'll walk to the top, forward bend. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhaling, bow. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, draw the hands to the heart. Take a deep breath. Mountain pose. Lovely. Let's stand tall. Just getting the sense of the feet rooting down into the earth and the crown of the head just reaching towards the sun above the clouds there. Still there. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhaling, bow. Inhale, extend halfway. Exhaling, bow. And we'll step the right leg back into a deep lunge, arranging that front knee and over the heel. Good. Let's take this to a high plank, please. So both feet to the back, zip up in the belly, and then all the way to the ground when you're ready. Onto your tongue. Cool. Inhale, curl up, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. So we're moving into our Surya Namaskar. Keep breathing in your down dog, settling in. See if you can really ground down through the base of the first finger, lifting your tailbone towards the sky. Take a breath and you can step or even jump to the top. Extend the spine and bow. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Deep breath in. Mountain pose. Inhale, rise. Exhaling, bow. Inhale, extend. And fold. And you're going to step the left leg back. So same thing, second side. Arrange the front knee over the heel. And then step back to a high plank. And we'll come all the way onto our tummies, exhaling. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, back, downward dog. We're just pausing in downward dog, just settling in. So I've seen you all do excellent down dogs. So I'll let you find your way into the pose. Just concentrate on the breathing. Feel the ground beneath your hands. Keep gathering your mind back to this time and place. This here, this now. And then we'll walk or jump to the top. Forward bend. Inhaling, extend. Exhaling back. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, bring it back to the heart. Take a deep breath. Mountain pose. Good. Let's take a nice wide stance, if you would. Just comfortably wide. Hands to the hips. And we're going to hinge forward. Just hinge from the hips. Or a wide leg forward bend. Good. Check those knees are just very slightly unlocked. And relax the toes. Get the weight more back into the heels and strengthen the legs. Take a breath here. Very nice. Push down through the balls of the feet and come up. Fantastic. Let's take the whole of the left foot out and bend that knee to a square. Great. So if you've been, remember last week we did that scooping under of the front hip, which gives you that core action. Well, I'm going to add another technique this week. Some of you have been coming, so you'll know what this is about. We're going to hug the feet towards the middle of your mat. So without moving them, draw so the left heel's in line with the right arch. Draw those 2 points towards each other, and I feel these muscles here in my inner thigh engaging. So you've got scooping under the front hip, zipping up internally, hugging in, and it's like putting on a pair of Spanx. These great big muscly feelings, like elasticated pants, your power pants we're going to call them, and then float up the arms, roll the shoulders down, and makes this pose, which looks easy, quite difficult. So pausing for a moment, keep zipping up and drawing in. Very nice, that's good. And let's turn that left foot in and the right foot out. We're going to do the same thing, second side. So these are all just making your warrior two, your Virabhadrasana, into a powerful thing. So if you remember this bit, thigh bones back, scoop under the front hip, and you'll feel those bonders engaged. And then hugging the feet together, keeping that drawing towards the midline. Yeah, it's almost like you're trying to keep the mat from slipping. Yeah, excellent. So you're doing that with your heel and the ball of your foot, not the toes. Yeah, keep breathing. It's hard work, isn't it? Take a breath and square the feet off. Lovely. Take a moment, strengthening both legs, and if you can, push down on your hip bones. See if you can feel that gentle pressure going down through the bones of the legs into the ground. Marvelous. Take a breath. Hinge forward and see if you can touch the ground. So if you can't touch the ground, just grab your block or cushion or anything really, chair. All right? Because we're going to walk the hands away from us. So I'd like you to get downward dog hands, so the nice diagonal of the forearms. Lovely. It's okay to bend the knees. or use a prop. Getting in a good place, wherever you are, it's fine. And then I'd like to suggest you push the base of the first finger into the mat, pushing those hands away. Excellent. So you're probably off the mat, sorry. Pushing the base of the first finger into the floor, and then you're going to move the inner thighs in the opposite direction. Diagonally widen the inner thighs. Good. The weight is in the heels. Leg muscles are engaged, even though they're bent. They can bend or not, up to you, as long as they don't lock. Let's just see if you can push the floor away and move your inner thighs in the opposite direction. You'll get a lovely opening in the hips. Very nice. Let's walk the hands back. Bend the knees, root the feet to come up. Marvellous. Thank you. Let's take the whole of the left foot out again. Bend that knee to a square again. Move the inner thighs back. Oh, a bit more movement there for me. I hope so for you too. Scooping that left hip under. And then we're going to hinge to the floor. So taking your blocks with you if you're using them. Bring the fingertips to start with to about 2 o'clock on the big toe side of the left foot. Great. Similar action, so moving the inner thighs wide. Yeah. Hug the feet towards each other now. Oh my word. I can feel it happening. That's good. If you've got enough room, place the palms. Downward dog hands. Good. Moving the inner thighs wide. So you should be feeling this in your thigh muscles, not in your knees. If you ever get a sharp or strong sensation in the knee, just back off what you're doing immediately. But this sharp or strong sensation in the groins and inner thighs is really helpful. Oh, well done, thank you. We're going to walk the hands back more central and square off the feet. So we're kind of more or less where we were a moment ago, with this wide leg forward bend. Let's take the hands round to the right and turn the whole of the right foot out. So you're going to place the hands on the diagonal, bring that right knee over the heel, and moving the hips back, scoop under the right hip, hug the feet together. Excellent. Getting the hands in a good place, right down through the palms. Same thing. So keep scooping and squeezing the midline with the feet. Good. Pushing the floor away. Marvellous. Keep the breath flowing and then walk the hands back to centre, bend the knees, root the feet to rise. Fabulous. Give the shoulders a little bit of a shrug. And now we're all warmed up in the hips. Let's take the whole of the left foot out. We're going to take the right heel just a few degrees towards the short edge of the mat. Just turn it in about 20 degrees, something like that. And now float up the arms, strengthen the legs, but without locking the knees. Here we go. Triangle pose. So in your own time, extend towards the left and descend towards the lower leg. Bringing the one hand above the other. If you're feeling bendy today, we have warmed up for this, take the lower hand a bit lower to the floor or the block. Very good. See if we can straighten the legs without locking the knees. Very nice. If it's going well, please turn your head and neck towards the upraised hand. Thank you. Take a breath. Marvellous. So if I was there with you, I'd probably put my hand on your top shoulder and just bring it back an inch. Can you feel that? Like brightening the chest, turning your breastbone towards the ceiling. Excellent. Let's root the feet, bend the knees, and we'll come up. Fantastic. Very good effort, everyone. You've obviously got a fantastic teacher. Great alignment. Let's take the whole foot, other foot out, and just take the heel of the left foot a smidgen towards the short edge, and then we'll float up the arms and strengthen the legs. Good. Tucking under the front hip, feel those core muscles engaged, drawing in and up. Take a breath and extend to the right. descend towards the lower leg. One hand above the other as best you can. Marvelous. I'm going to take a moment to get into alignment. Straight legs, slightly unlocked in the knees. Good, good, good. And if it helps you to imagine somebody putting their hand on your shoulder, just bringing it back an inch in order to allow your breastbone to rotate towards the sun. That's it. Turn your face towards that imaginary sun. Lovely. Enjoy the breath. And then to come out, bend the knees, root the feet, and rise. Feet to parallel. Please step the feet together. Mountain pose. Very well done. So the next one is a bit of standing on one leg. Okay, so I'm going to suggest you take the wall unless you're very good at standing on one leg, because it's a bit of a hip opener as well as a balance. So taking your right hand to the wall if you're doing that. Pour the weight into the right foot and kind of grow some roots down. Really ground down through that right foot, especially the heel. And we're going to strengthen the leg, the right leg. Good. Let's bring up the left knee. Square the foot off with the floor and take that left knee out to the left. Excellent. See if you can get it a bit wider out to the left. So that external rotation is what the modern life lacks, this movement out to the side. So just having a play with it in that general direction. And then you've got your hand on the inside of the knee, I hope. Slide your hand down the inside of your calf muscle. Take the ankle, or if you're feeling bendy, take the side of your foot. Good. Keep grounding down through the right leg. And we're going to push your left foot into the hand and pull back on the left hand. So it's that action between the hand and the foot, which is really going to open up the hip. So give it a bit of welly, give it a bit of a push. Standing tall, if it's going well, balance. Just bring one finger to the wall, or no fingers to the walls. Oh yeah, we've got some balancing going on here. I'm very impressed. Yeah. And release. Thank you. So walk that out and pouring the weight into the left leg. Same thing, strong muscles, soft knees, rooting the feet, lift the right knee and see how much external rotation you've got in the right side. So just use your arm and hand to help you. Just with kind of a gentle curiosity. It's like, oh, that's how far it goes. Good. The sole of the foot is horizontal. And then we'll bring the arm down the inside of the leg, hold the sole of the foot. Good. Strengthening and lengthening through the left leg. Push the foot into the hand and pull the hand upwards against the foot. So it's that contrast, that sort of push me, pull you action, which is really going to open the hip. Very good. Give it another few moments. And release. Thank you. Oh, well done, well done. Let's walk that out. Ooh, feeling nice and free. And then we're going to come down into a squatting position. Again, not one we do in the Western world very often. So placing your heels on blocks or books if you need to. Just come down nice and deep. Get your bottom close to the ground. Bringing your arms on the inside of the knees. And place the hands in prayer position. And widen the knees with your arms. That's good. Just pushing those arms a little wider. Very good. Take a moment. Thank you. And then lowering your hips to the ground. If you do have a block today or a book with you, we're going to put it between the soles of your feet. If you haven't, it's really absolutely fine just to have the soles touching. Okay, so with or without the block, we're going to go back to massaging what we're going to call the fascia of the body. So hands on the inner thighs. Take the thigh muscle out to the side. I've seen you all do this in real life, I think. Except perhaps you, Becky, but I'll show you properly when I see you in at camp or in Western. So just massaging your inner thigh out to the side. You're kind of taking up a bit more space with weights. Very good. And that massage is doing a lot of the work for you. I'm going to bring the hands behind us and press the soles of the feet in. Good. Lifting the chest. Push the soles of the feet together. Brighten up in the chest. Thank you. Let's take a moment or two. Moving into whatever's happening. And relax. We'll extend the legs. And with the hands behind you, just in a nice relaxed way, circle the ankles. You've done quite a lot of hip work. We'll circle the ankles the other way. Can you imagine any tension just kind of spiraling out down your legs and out through the feet? So give them a bit of a shake. Good for you. Let's walk your bottom back. So kind of inch your bum back, cheek by cheek. And bring the sole of your left foot in towards the inner thigh of the right leg. So if you take the heel a little closer to your body, it's harder. So if you want more, bring the heel a bit higher up. You can also prop up your knee if you want to. Good. So we're just going to shift your hips from side to side once more. There's a similar action to that massage we were doing. Place the hands either side of the straight leg. Imagine you're pushing your foot into a vertical form. That's it. Take a breath. And bow your nose towards the knee. Lovely. So we're beginning to just observe your breathing. Breathing into your upper back. Breathing your way down. Very nice. Softening your nose towards your knee. Let's take another 2 breaths. And walking the hands back. So gently and slowly, cradling, change sides. So treating your legs really gently now. Gather up the back of the right knee. Bring the sole of the foot where suits you on your left thigh. So closer if you want more. Popping up the leg if it suits you. Squaring off the left foot. And then just wiggle your bum about until you get that connection between the sitting bones and the ground. Hands either side of the straight leg. Take a breath. And bow. Wonderful. So enjoying the breath. Taking some long, slow breaths. Observing the breath. Feel it moving in your back. And on the next inhale, we'll come up. And nice and slowly, just reaching the legs really gently. Extend away. Fantastic. So we're going to do some lying down stuff. All right, so coming onto your back with the knees up. Moving into a good place. Getting comfortable. Fantastic. make friends with the floor. Hips are heavy, shoulders are heavy, arm bones are heavy. Very nice. All right, let's raise the left leg and bringing the hands around the back of the left thigh. Push that thigh down away from you. And see if you can extend the sole of the foot towards the sky. Just giving that a few moments. You might notice that my foot is in between flexed, which is like a right angle, foot to shin, and pointed, which is like a straight thing with a big toe directly above the hip. So it's neither of those, it's kind of in between and pushing the sole of the foot diagonally towards the sky. Yeah. And then we're going to bring the ankle onto the opposite knee. Let that left knee fall out to the side. Thread the needle. So you know this one. You pass your left arm through the hole. Hold the back of the right thigh. Pushing the right thigh away from you. Great. If you want a little bit more, you could straighten the underneath leg. You might want to have a play around with your foot positioning here. So this sort of in between flexed and pointed, it seems to work best for the neurons, and you all know that sciatic nerve can be a horrible thing not taken care of. A big connection between the hips and the feet, so we're just giving it the best opportunity to release in this way. Lovely. Okay, so let's bend that top foot back towards the ground, and then please bring your left hand to the left knee, and we're going to close the gap between the thigh bones. The thigh bones one above the other. Fantastic. And then gather those knees in towards your tummy, and you should get quite a good effect in this outer hip. If your head is uncomfortable, just put a cushion under your, or a block under your head. This is how if I was there, I'd come and slip something under your head. Oh yeah, so the thigh bones have closed the gap between them. Great stuff. Now, unwind, bring your feet to the ground, and then please raise your right leg. Holding the back of the right thigh with both hands, push the thigh bone away from you, and you probably notice the arch in your back becomes accentuated, and that's what we want. Strengthening and straightening the leg, pushing the thigh bone away from you. Very good. Getting near the end of our time, we just finish this side and we'll be on the cool down. Okay, let's take this right ankle to the left knee. And the foot is kind of hanging off the edge. And then if you want to, thread the needle. So hold the back of the left thigh with both hands. You can even straighten that left thigh if it works for you. So have a play around with that foot position in between flexed and pointed. You know, it feels, it feels kind of good when you get it in the right spot. You think, oh yeah, that's it. Sciatic nerve's going to be a bit of a treat. You might want to keep the knee bent, that's fine too. Let's take a breath. And then when you're ready, close, bend the top knee, close the gap between the thigh bones. And then gather the whole thing into your tummy. One outer hip stretch. We've done a lot of hip work today. It's been a hip week working with the water element in the body. And our hips are connected with the Svadhisthana, second chakra, our creative and emotional center. Not only are we preserving the health of our low back and averting any issues with our sciatic nerve, in our energy body, we're preserving the health of the emotional life and allowing feelings to flow more freely, like water. We'll take a breath here, and then please bring both feet to the ground. And bringing the soles of the feet together, come to a supine Baddha Konasana, bringing the hands to the low belly, somewhere that feels comfortable. Press the soles of the feet together and let those knees fall out to the side. Checking you're in a straight line. If it's uncomfortable, just do something different. Bring the knees together and feet wide instead, or prop up the thigh bones with some books. The back of the head is in line with the tailbone. It's in line with the soles of the feet. Feel the warmth from your hands radiating into your body. Feel the breath moving in the body. Good. And we'll bring the knees together now. Give yourself a hug. Knees together, and we're just going to rock from side to side, massaging your back. And then please roll onto your right side and make a bit of a pillow with your arms so you're lying on the right side. That's good. Fluttering open the eyes. Just seeing what you can see in the room. Picturing the parts of the room you can't see in your mind. That's good. And we're going to press the arms into the earth, come on up to seated. Taking any kind of comfortable seat with the back straight. Just for the last minute or two. And sit together in quiet contemplation. Making your way to seated, roll the shoulders down your back. Balance the head on top of the spine. Observe the breathing. Slow, even breath. Good. So close with just an enlivening breath, which is totally fantastic for morning practice. So this is called Vastrika, the bellows breath. And the thing with it is, I'll go sideways, you don't want to be kind of moving your back for it. So I'd like you please to put on those power pants, all right? So zip up everywhere, indoors, outdoors, sideways. And then put your hand on your belly and just breathe your belly in and out. So use your tummy muscles. And just for me, because I do trust you, and I've seen you do this in class before, just put your hand on your low back, just to make sure that there's all the movements in the front and nothing in the back. So we've got those power bands on. Good. Okay, so you can either do this through the nose, if your nose passages are clear, or if your nose is a bit blocked up, you can do it through the teeth. All right, so either is fine. If you're doing the teeth version, or for both actually, you have the tip of the tongue behind the front teeth. Okay, so here we go. It's called Vastrika, the bellows. So we're already fanning the fire of our vital energies. Here we go. And deep breath in. And deep breath out. Whew. Are you feeling more lively? Good, let's do another set. Here we go. Great, take a pause. It can make you feel a bit lightheaded, but that's all good. Okay, you're going to be full of beans after this. It's like the espresso of yoga. Here we go. Put on the power pants, last round. Good, and relax. Woo. Well done. Very good way to start the day. You'll be full of beans after that. So thank you, everybody, and well done. A strong practice, good practice, deep openness. Look forward to seeing you Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm not here Friday. There'll be outdoor yoga on YouTube, and then back to normal exercise. Thank you, and namaste.